then this evening, we are going the extra mile now. Recognition in this award will be given to an individual or a team who has gone above and beyond what is expected of them and given an outstanding contribution and commitment to CORMAC. This award had the most nominations at 33, and it's great to have heard all the stories from across CORMAC as to how your teams go above and beyond every single day. And this evening's winner for the Going the Extra Mile Award is had to come from the extreme weather conditions this winter. This team worked tirelessly in extreme conditions to keep the public safe whilst the storms quite literally battered the county. Quite rightly, the winning award is Divisional Team Area 4.
When I first heard about the CORMAC Golden Staff Awards, I obviously nominated my entire team in Area 4. We cover a large area, and through the winter of 2013-14, we had, as you well know, the most horrendous weather on record. And the team across the entire highways and environment staff, and also support services, the whole team came together at Moulswater and at Notter Bridge, and we didn't know what we were going to deal with on a daily basis. The flooding, the tidal surges, the trees coming down, dropping like matchsticks. We really didn't know which direction the teams were going to be pulled in. But we managed it, and the teams were incredibly flexible, they were professional, and really inspirational. They just wouldn't go home until the job was done. And then in the midst of everything that was happening, the pub burnt down in Kingsand, which is obviously a bit of a travesty. And the guys were obviously naturally concerned that the pasty shop might be next. But all joking aside, I'm incredibly proud of my team, and I think they are a credit to CORMAC and all of our the principals, and in supporting our communities. So well done, guys.
Enhancing the local environment. This award is given to an individual or team who is committed to enhancing and protecting Cornwall's natural and built environment, which is underpinned by a vision of creating safe, sustainable solutions. The winner this evening of the Enhancing the Local Environment Award category goes to Helsbury Quarry.
Yeah, I nominated the Helsbury Quarry team for the Enhancing the Local Environment Award. The treatment process up at Helsbury is unique to the country. I think there's only one more in the UK. It uses a natural process where the gully waste is dewatered and is cleaned up using a reed system, and from that we can develop compost and soils for reuse in our other works. It's a sustainable solution because it reduces our need to travel excessive miles to tip to landfill sites. The team involved, the main reason is the team. They're really enthusiastic about the job, the scheme, and they're really keen to show it off. They had to work really hard to get it together, to get it put together in time, and with that they have had the drive and the focus to get the job done, and they've been really keen to show off what we can do.
Award number 6 this evening, and this is the Inspirational Apprentice, Graduate or Technician. This award recognises strong advocates of the apprenticeships, graduates and technician schemes. They are people who promote CORMAC as an excellent career route and have made exceptional achievements during this. Had 4 people recommending them. Not only has he been an asset to the team from the start, he was willing to learn the different disciplines and promote CORMAC. What stood him apart was the promotion of the graduate scheme, setting up an intranet page and improving the feedback and structure. And as a result of his efforts, we have a dynamic group of young engineers who represent the future. Lewis is a leader in this respect. He is someone who thinks outside of the box and is prepared to challenge established practice to move himself, others and the company forward. This evening of the Inspirational Apprentice Graduate or Technician is Lewis Saundry, the Graduate Structures
When I first saw the Golden CORMAC Awards come up on the list of categories, instantly thought of Lewis for the Inspirational Apprentice and Graduate or Technician category. Lewis has worked very hard at promoting these and CORMAC, and I nominated him for his hard work and dedication to the graduate scheme. He also rejuvenated the Truro Written Assignment Group and encouraged a lot of his other peers on the schemes to join in as well. He also did a full page for CORMAC, creating a graduate page, and encouraged others to put themselves forward on that with a little short resume of each one, so we know which graduates are out there and the managers can find them easily and they can find each other easily. When he was working for me, he also helped the technicians that were working with us and encouraged them to join the group and encouraged them to join the ICE as technician members. He's also, while with me, did a graduate placement summary. This helps record what he's done for each section on his rotations and gives feedback to the managers and himself when he sees our replies. He is an active member with graduate groups promoting CORMAC throughout. I believe he was also nominated not just by myself but by Simon Foster and Rob Corstin. His supporting statement from me and my manager Pete Tatlow was one of the main reasons I believe for him winning the award, because they said that anyone that could please Pete Tatlow must have done a really good job. I wish him well for the future and every success in his career, and well done on winning the award.
Okay, towards the end now, we have the Best Volunteer Award. This award recognises volunteers from a community or an organisation that's shown commitment to support CORMAC in achieving its objectives. The award this evening is presented by Tracy Woodhams, Company Secretary. Now, this was a tough category and the panel had a tough choice. They really couldn't pick out between the three top nominations, so it was decided there will be three joint winners. The first winner this evening has been a volunteer at the Princess May Recreation Ground in Penzance, locally known as the Rec, and been there for 10 years. He was the inspiration and founder of the Princess May Recreation Trust. So our first winner this evening is Melville.
Melville at the Princess May Recreation Ground must surely be one of the best volunteers. After leading a campaign to save the park from developers, he's looked after the park for the past 12 years. He goes in each day, checks the facilities, makes sure everything is okay. He picks up the litter, empties the bins, cuts the grass and tends to the flower beds. Melville has been the recipient of many awards, and all down to his commitment and efforts. He really is an extraordinary volunteer. I'm absolutely delighted that he's won this award. He so deserves it. Well done, Melville.
The second winner this evening is a volunteer ranger in the Sungurn Valley at the heart of Liskeard. His contribution is invaluable, giving over 600 hours per year. The second winner this evening is David Brown.
David is on site for 6 days a week at a local park in Liskeard called Sungurn. David, for many years during his working life, was a town planner for Carradon Council and helped secure this land. It was known as the Green Lungs of Liskeard. And since his retirement has been on site, as I said, 6 days a week, maintaining the space, cutting down trees, pruning back growth from footways, and just overall maintaining a presence there, which in itself comes as a great comfort to some of the users. Just having somebody there does keep away some of the antisocial elements, and as I say, creates a bit of confidence for people walking through the site with their dogs and their children to know that David is on site and keeping a watchful eye over the place. I'm absolutely delighted that David has won this award. I believe he is an inspiration to all of us in terms of the time he gives up, but actually the enjoyment that he gets out of it is terrific. So well done, David. I'm delighted that you've won.
So our third and last winner is the Chair of Launceston in Bloom, who works in partnership with CORMAC, planting and maintaining all the highway verge and flowerbed areas around Launceston town each year. So our third and last winner is Margaret Wills.
Congratulations to Margaret Wills on behalf of Launceston in Bloom for winning the Best Volunteer category. Since I've been in the East, since 2007, I've worked with Margaret, and she tirelessly gets together with people, fundraises, collects sponsorship, and plants and maintains a large proportion of the highway area and verges in the Launceston area. And I do feel that a lot of the time people do think that it's the town council rather than a voluntary organisation. Each year it's undertaken, the town looks fantastic, and this is in recognition of all your hard work and the dedication of you and your volunteers. So Margaret, well done.
Almost at the end now, and this is the Our People, Your Choice Award. All of our employees play an important role in delivering our services, and this award allows us to recognise excellent work from wherever it's happening in the organisation, whether it's someone working directly with our customers, an employee has a real impact on their colleagues, the leadership of a senior manager, or the example set by an apprentice. And the winner has again worked through the terrible winter storms with minimal manpower, volunteered to work with a gang to get the job done. In February, the coastal highway wall at CORMAC collapsed due to the storms. Our winner inspected the wall and instructed emergency works and met a CORMAC gang on site. Working with the gang, he constructed a temporary defence which held over the next 2 storms, saving the remaining highway and private properties from further damage. He then compiled the design, work instruction and supervised the works while keeping the local community updated on progress. The winner of the Our People, Your Choice Award goes to Darren Proctor for Structures Area Technician.
The reason I nominated Darren for Our People, Your Choice Award with CORMAC is for his works in connection with the Coverack Sea Defence breach back in February 2014. He was informed of the breach on the 5th of February, late in the afternoon, and went down to inspect the site. He immediately closed the road because there was a risk to the general public and private property. We then met on site on the 6th, and he instigated the resources to come down and do a temporary defence on that day. Very quickly realising on site that the resources were short around Cornwall, he volunteered to do the physical works with the gang on site that day, and he stayed there all day in adverse weather conditions. The temporary sea defences were built over the 6th and the 7th. Darren was back in the office on the 7th to start works on the permanent design and the works package. The defences held on the 7th, but on the 14th they were breached once more. If it wasn't for these temporary defences, there would have been a lot more damage to the highway and also potentially to the private property. The works order and the purchase order was issued to CORMAC on February the 26th, and works were able to be started once the storms had abated and allowing access to the very exposed location. Darren kept the public and the businesses informed throughout this process and supervised the site. The road was successfully opened for Easter.